please like and subscribe.
Hello, collective. Welcome to Joe's Medicine Tarot. I am Joe. Here you will find general shamanic spirit check-ins, not a one-to-one shamanic spirit check-in. If you'd like a personal reading from me, please visit my website. You can find all the instructions there. I could be picking up on your energy, collective, or on the energy of someone who's in your energy. So if it doesn't feel like I'm speaking about you, please switch the energies around. Okay. If you're new to my channel, please, and you like my style of reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. Put a comment in the comments section about what you enjoyed about the reading. If you are a returning viewer or a returning subscriber, thank you for your views and thank you for your subscriptions. Every little bit helps the channel and the algorithm of the channel and helps me get discovered on the internet. So thank you guys so very, very much. And with this, I would like to acknowledge the medicine keepers. These are the paid members of this channel. Okay, let us get started. With this comes a warning. My readings can be hard, they can be challenging. I bring in knowledge and wisdom, high voltage knowledge and wisdom. Sometimes this knowledge and wisdom can come in like a tower if you're not ready for it. Most chances are this information is for you, but it may not be the right timing. So if my readings piss you off, annoy you, irritate you, offend you, challenge you in ways that you're not ready to be challenged, click off, even unsubscribe, and you'll come back when you're ready. All right. Hey, I just dropped half the deck. Okay. Yesterday was brutal. It was just an intense friggin' day yesterday. I felt like I had my ass handed to me yesterday. At home, at work, in the car, no matter what. It was just one of those, and it wasn't a constant thing. It was more of like a subtle, very subtle. But the subtle energies are truly the influencers. So I was just noticing my reaction to it and trying not to get caught up in my reaction to it. But sometimes it's like, just leave me alone, you know. So here we go. Okay, let's try this again. One more little shuffle here and then we're going to cut the cards. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Creator, bring in the messages, bring in the messages, bring in the messengers and the messages. Let's cut the cards. We are ready to begin. Okay, the first card out is Warlock. Ooh, Warlock. Remember when I was a kid, the first time I heard that word, it scared the hell out of me. Warlock. The manifestation. So a warlock can be a male, like a sorcerer. But a sorcerer can be like a female too. But usually like a male witch. You are a mystery. Warlock, manifestation, you are a mystery. Echoes. Ooh, something maybe from the past reverberating back to you. Or back to someone. Ancestors. Echoes from the ancestors. Beautiful. Rebirth. And echoes is right in the middle. Ascension. Ascension. Beautiful. Okay, and what's on the bottom of the deck for this reading is willpower. Willpower. Beautiful. See that card? Not really. Okay, we'll leave her right down here. There we go. Okay. So Warlock, manifestation, you are a mystery, echoes, ancestors, rebirth, and ascension. I feel like you're working hard on your craft, working hard, manifesting some sort of a vision or a goal. Okay. A vision or a goal. I feel like you're tapping into an unseen element. I feel like you're a mystery to the people around you. Maybe the people around you are not yet have their spiritual eyes opened yet. I feel like you're driven by echoes from within you, echoes possibly from, I don't feel like it's from your past. I feel like it's echoes from some sort of an inspiration, maybe from your ancestors, but it's not from your direct past. It's from like an ancestral past, but it's not your direct past. I feel like that's why these echoes are so strong, are so powerful. Because when it's from our direct past, it comes with all kinds of emotional attachments and aversions, either we push them away or we cling to them. But with this, I don't feel any clinging or pushing away. I feel like it's like clear messages coming through from your ancestry that is inspiring you in the work you are doing right now. Beautiful. It's like you've got a clear channel to the past, to your ancestors. And there's a rebirth going on. Some part of your life is rebirthing, maybe the whole of your life, or maybe an aspect of you, an aspect of your expression, your voice. They're saying artistic, your artistic talents are going through like some sort of like a rebirth. Maybe you're learning a new skill, a new artistic technique. And there's some sort of ascension here. So when I see ascension, we first descend. So when I see us ascend, I see you coming out of almost like a keeper current, or when you enter into the deeper valleys where we go down into the lower dimensions. There is great medicine in the lower dimensions, even though it can be hard. But that's what I feel, is that you are rising up out of a season with your own shadow. You've had to descend into your own shadow, and you are rising up. And it makes perfect sense that you are learning new skills and going through a rebirth, and how you are mysterious to the people around you and manifesting new aspects of you. Okay, that one wants to come out. Warlock. Ace of Cups. The cards are flying this morning, like literally. Having to hold on to them. Okay. So Ace of Cups, a new beginning. New inpouring of ideas, not even ideas, inspiration. New fertility, a new kind of abundance, a creative abundance. Creative productiveness. Almost like a new sense of a new relationship to your life. That's what I feel, is a new relationship to your life, a new inpouring of insight, inspiration. Beautiful. A new inpouring as you were rising up out of an appointment or a season in your shadow, a very appointed time. Manifestation, the High Priestess in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse. You are a mystery, Spider Woman, Echoes. For ancestors, it's the Two of Pentacles in reverse. For rebirth, we have the Page of Swords. And for ascension, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. On the bottom of the deck is the Wheel in reverse. So you're... Okay, I feel like your descent into shadow had to do with a cycle that you're coming out of, because you have broken through a cycle. You have broken through a cycle. Okay, so what is Ace of Cups, creator? What is Ace of Cups? What is Ace of Cups? Yeah, some sort of new inpouring. So what is this new inpouring, creator? What is this new inpouring for the viewers, for the collective? What's going on here? What is this new inpouring of inspiration, ideas, creativity? Okay. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, so I feel like this new inpouring and inspiration is bringing you a lot of abundance. A lot of you're aware, very much aware of all of the resources you carry in you from your experiences, you're seeing your life, I feel like, with new eyes. You're seeing your life in a way you've never seen it before. I'm seeing like you've seen your life before through like carnal eyes, through the five senses. But something in you has always been more aware. There's something in you that's always been more aware, but it is really online now. It has really come online now. And you're looking at your life no longer through the five senses, but through your intuition, through your spiritual perspective. You're seeing your disappointments very, very differently. Like they're no longer disappointments. It's almost like they were forms of medicine. Forms of medicine. And if the moments in your life that were your hardest moments in your life is where you had intense trapped light. And that's so true. When we're really defensive and pissed off and angry, where our light is constricted within the darkness. It's constricted. And this makes perfect sense, because you're seeing your life because of the resources you have. You're no longer ashamed of the times you were bitter and angry. You're now understanding these parts of yourself as forms of medicine. I feel like they're connected to your understanding of your own shamanic capacity. And that's what I mean. My readings are a lot of people that come to my channel are people that are tapping into their shamanic energies, their shamanic capacities. This is what is being asked from the spirit realm, from the mother. If you guys want a book reference, I'm referring the book by Andrew Harvey, the great mystic Andrew Harvey, called The Return of the Mother. It's a very, very difficult read, very important read about where we are right now, and the fact that it is our shamanic capacities and our connection to our hearts, our connection to the earth, our connection to each other, our connection and relationship to our own pain and our own shadows. Yeah. So that's what I'm feeling, is you've done some healing with you. What is the High Priestess in reverse, Creator? What is the High Priestess in reverse? The High Priestess in reverse. What is the collective manifesting? Yeah, so you're just becoming aware of where you were. Your perception was not erring. It wasn't in error. You just had a lack of understanding at those levels of your life. I'm gonna move this up. Okay, the High Priestess in reverse. Your manifestations are coming from your deepest sources of what you didn't know. Like it's you have a great understanding. There's that which we know, there's that which we don't know. There's that which we know that we know. There is that which we know that we don't know. And there is that which we don't know that we don't know. Okay, there's three levels of seeing here. So that's what I'm seeing here is your awareness of what you didn't know. I feel like you are coming into a great place of forgiveness. Hold on a minute here. Yes, I feel like you are forgiving yourself for that which you didn't know. You are understanding. And I feel like you've let go of an old worldly power that had authority over you, whether this was a family, a workplace, friendship, this is more like systems, like worldly systems. So some sort of a worldly system that no longer has the same authority over you. Yes, you're still complicit to it out of knowing you're always going to be part of systems, but it's not the same compliance. It's a different kind of, you don't give it so much. You know, you have to give it some, like you have to drive to work and obey the laws and obey the rules of the road and street signs and traffic lights and all of that. But it doesn't seem to have it's almost like the physical world doesn't seem to have the same, your perception of the physical world has changed. So it doesn't seem so solid and impenetrable to you anymore. Because you have come into some new understandings about who you are. And with this understanding and these new understandings, you can't go back to what you used to, who you used to be. And you are manifesting from this place. You're creating new, you're employing new ideas. You're employing new ideas you've never employed before. You've never had the courage to employ before. And I feel like they're being received. I feel like not only are you ready for these new levels, but also the collective around you. People, not only people in your immediate life, but people on the internet, people maybe across the planet that are resonating with where you are, with what you're talking about. So I feel like there's people around you that are in support of this new shift, because the people are also shifting too. And your vibration, you're sort of vibrationally on the same, you have resonance, you share resonance. That's what this is, you share resonance. And you can't unsee this. You can't unsee this. New deck. What is you are a mystery? The Eight of Cups in reverse. What is you are a mystery? I feel like with what you know now about your shift in yourself, the changes within you, these are big changes. I feel like you've been waiting for this for a long time, a very, very long time. You've been not only waiting for it, but working hard toward it. I feel like this new shift within you is giving you a lot of festivity and a lot of joy. A lot of inner joy, a lot of happiness. I feel like you know that you are a mystery, because you know that life itself is a mystery. Life is not full of problems to be solved. Life is full of doorways, of mysteries to be walked through and experienced. Okay. Yes, okay. When I see you are a mystery, I'm also seeing somebody else looking at you, being aware of how much of a mystery that you are, and how much you are avoiding. You are avoiding some people from your past. I feel like there's people from your past that are watching you walk away, that have watched you leave, watched you move on without them, watched you move ahead. I feel like people didn't fight to have you back. They didn't fight to hang on to you. In some ways, that kind of, whether this was family or workplace, but the people that you let go of, that walked away from, didn't fight to have you back. They didn't fight to hold on to you. It's not that they don't love you. I feel like the people that you've let go of, that you really loved, that you had to let go of, you truly did. Not all of them that you really loved. There was some that you really, I'm just hearing, if you never see them again, that's too soon. But there's other people that are watching you. Some people that you don't really care about are marveled by you. Even the people that you don't even care about anymore marvel at you. They're marveled by you. Those that you do care about and did care about, I'm feeling those are the ones that did not fight for you. They didn't fight to keep you in their lives. I feel like they have a sense of shattering because you're doing so well. I don't think anyone thought you would do so well on your own. I think that people underestimated you, people diminished you. And I feel like for however long you were okay with that. You even almost went along with it for a while to make them happy until you're like, what the fuck? You're like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not making myself and keeping myself small anymore. I don't care, so you've moved on, but it's caused some of the people behind you that are watching you a great sense of disappointment, almost like shattering their perceptions of you, shattering their ideas about who they thought that you are, who they thought that you were. You were not that person. You were one hell of a mystery. I feel like people didn't think that you would make it without them, because you've gone beyond the pale. You've gone beyond the pale. You've broken out of the tribal mind, whether this is family, friendship, workplace, romance, marriage, whatever, but you've broken out of the tribal mind. And I feel like some of the people that are watching you leave, thinking about you, didn't think that you would survive, didn't think that you could make it without them. And there's a certain shattering going on within the people around you that you have left behind. I feel like there's a lot of conflict about you. There's a lot of conflict with each other about you because of your new beginning. Your beginning is true. Your beginning is true, and it is real. It is seen. It is felt. It is standing. It is the truth is what stands, and amongst all the changes, it's the truth that will stand. And that truth is showing up through you, through the mystery that you are. And some of your greatest adversaries or older connections that you are no longer connected to can see that you are a mystery. It's it's making people look at themselves. It's actually like forcing people to look at themselves. And you know what? This is true. Black Moon Lilith is going to be traveling through the sign of Scorpio right now. I think this started in March until December. So absolutely, this makes perfect sense that the people that are, and I feel like you're coming out of a shadow. So Black Moon Lilith was doing work on you too, whatever shadow you were rising up out of. Black Moon Lilith forces us, what this is doing, moving through Scorpio until December, is forcing us to look at the parts of ourselves that we would rather not. It's forcing us to see the things in ourselves that we don't want to see, that we are fighting against, resisting, opposing. We don't want to see it. We don't want to know it. But the astrologies and the gravities of the astrology and astrological worlds and how they affect us. Yeah, for those of you that are sensitive to this astrology and honoring you and committed to your growth, yeah, you will absolutely. It won't be such a violent fight. It won't be such a violent fight. You know how hard it is to fight against cosmic energies? Are you serious? Like, you're going up against energy that is far bigger than you, like way, way bigger than you. Okay, so I feel like whatever you were coming up out of, you've had to see versions of yourself that was painful. And I think these are versions of where you walked out on yourself, where you kept yourself small. Okay, what is the Hanged Woman and Echoes? What is Spider Woman? The Hanged Woman. Yeah, some sort of a sacrifice, some sort of a sacrifice. So echoes. So you're feeling echoes, and I'm feeling this is of your own, yes, Spider Woman. So the gossamer threads that connect you to your ancestry. Yes, the echoes, placing you on the path of your heart because you are paying attention. You are listening. Whatever you have faced with your time that you've just spent in a shadow that you are ascending up out of, this is more aligning you onto the path of your heart. Healing the mistakes not only that you made, and I feel like your own ancestry was like, it's like your own ancestry had to abandon itself, betray itself in order to survive, the cultural changes going on around them. And I feel like you've been looking at, and I'm feeling this was part of your time in the shadow, looking at your own ancestry. I feel like you've been doing a level of grieving, a level of being aware of what you've had to ancestrally carry, what your ancestors had to carry. And I feel like it's also echoes of your parts of yourself, of your ancestry that you didn't understand. Maybe you were misunderstood about aspects of and that makes sense. History books, you can't rely on history books like always, 100%. Like, history was written by the victors, by those who had dominated the other cultures or whoever. So there's not going to be a clear and clean record of what happened. So I'm feeling that you're aware of that. You're aware of the ignorance about your ancestry that was taught to you, that isn't right, that isn't wrong, that was wrong. It is not correct. There's a level of there's like a level of, you can see the ignorance, almost like a willful blindness in a way, but also the people had to be willfully blind because they didn't know what else to do. They didn't know how to, I feel like as far as your ancestry and as far as your ancestry was misunderstood by the culture around them, it's because the culture around them didn't know how to make a connection to your ancestry, how to help us understand you guys, what's going on, like the way society was on the world back then was not as it is now. So it's yeah, there was a lot of ignorance. Okay, one more. What is that? Ancestors creator. What is ancestors? Oh, just a minute here. One more card for echoes, please. One more card for echoes. One more card for echoes. Yes. Oh my gosh. So yes, your understanding and your complete acceptance of the ignorance and lack of understanding about your ancestry has changed, is a game changer. This is a game changer. This is a game changer, because I feel like you will never be fooled again about who you are. Oh, and they're also saying, yes, the people around you didn't fight for you. When you left, no one fought and hung on to you and tried to keep you back. Because what they're saying is that the people around you thought that you would fail. They were expecting, when you're on what they're showing me is the image of a tug of war. And two groups of people are pulling on a rope, trying to pull the other over to their side, trying to pull the other group of people into their understanding, over onto their side of understanding, over onto their perception. And the other group of people are trying to either defend their own stand or trying to make the other people understand, all of it. And I feel like when you let go of this tug of war, nobody fought to hang on to you because they thought that you would go reeling. They thought that you would go reeling, that you would fail. But the fact that you're not failing, I feel like you have taken flight. I feel like you are flying. You are truly who you say you are. And I think the people around you that knew you, that are marveling at you, they are having to accept who you are. I feel like they're seeing you in a way they've never seen you before and kind of wondering, where the hell did this come from? And you're like, this was here all the time, bitch. You just weren't aware of it. You didn't see. And I feel like whatever's in you, some sort of shamanic capacity, was hidden. It was hidden. It was instinctively and intuitively hidden in you. I feel like, the first family can't be the second family. It's, the first family, the tribal family are there to teach you how to survive the world. They're not there to teach you how to spread your shamanic wings and develop your shamanic self. They're there to teach you how to tie your shoes, make your bed, make eggs in the morning, how to pay the bills, how to manage yourself, how to wash your ears, wash between your toes, wash your body, get dressed, how to iron your clothes. Like, they're teaching you how to survive, but they're not here to teach you, oh my goodness, how to become the King of Wands. So because of your new understanding of your ancestors, this has brought you very powerfully into your shamanic energy, into integrating more of your shamanic energy and ancestry into your physical life. And it's King energy. You're able to now, you're looking off into the distance, looking off because you can. You've got a level of security and safety around you that you have created. Not only because you have removed yourself out of the relationship with people who didn't have your back. And I'm seeing that these are friendships, these are family members, maybe possible romantic lovers that didn't really have your back because they didn't have their own back. They were so busy self-sabotaging that their self-sabotage splashed onto you, and it was like, fuck that. If you want to fucking shit all over your life, you do it on your own time, but you're not doing it around me. So, I feel like people that have watched you leave, ex-lovers, friends, everything, are in a state of regret because of what they lost and what they're seeing pouring into you. You definitely have a relationship with the Creator. See the hand coming out of the sky as the dove fills the cup. So I feel like you're having an inpouring of new energy, new understanding about your own ancestry, your shamanic capacity. It is being honored. The universe is agreeing with you. You have an inpouring of new blessing with this ancestry, with your shamanic energy, with the King of Wands. And put your seatbelt on, baby, because you are going to be busy. Holy smoke, you are going to be busy. There is a demand for this. There is a need. There is a crying out for the shamanic knowledge of the world. You know, that's what Terence McKenna states in the video I posted on the community page. It's far back. You're going to have to scroll down and look for it, but it's called Shamanism versus Schizophrenia. And he says how we have no model of shamanism in our culture today. And we are desperate for it. You know, other teachers say that the kids today, because they pierce themselves and like all of that was done ritually in the tribes. There was significance to it. And all the piercings today are, I believe, are people trying, kids and youth and adults and whoever, people trying to break away from a linear system, paying too much attention to the surface of things. Too much masculine outward image of things, like linear manifestation. Like people are trying to get more into the holistic aspect of who they are, the resurrecting their own shamanic ancestry, doing the body piercings because they are hungry for the ritual of the significance of the ritual. Some sort of, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, they're bringing in the movie Apocalyptico by Mel Gibson, and how all the tribes, the people of this tribe had scars all over their, like, patterns. I don't know if they were burns or cuts. They cut their skin in patterns to make beautiful patterns that were scars on their bodies. That was ritual. It meant something. It was some sort of pattern of protection or pattern of divinity or pattern of, like, say they were patterns like of like a warrior, you know, that was cut onto the skin, and then it made scars into a beautiful pattern, or a pattern of a princess, you know, one of the princesses of the tribe, or a pattern of whoever, hunters, tool makers, the elders, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, like everybody had their own artistic things. And so that's what I see today about tattooing, about piercing, is people are longing to get back to the ancestral, significant ritualism. They're trying to reconnect with this part of themselves that through religion, through the what do I want to say, like the harshness of religion that relegated all of these indigenous ancestry into the shadows. And it's all, people are longing for it, crying out for their own ancestry. Okay. What is rebirth? So with this busyness comes new ideas. You're bringing new ideas onto this land. You're being faced with one hell of a decision. Maybe you're getting ready to quit your job soon and become, you know, like maybe full-time shaman. But there's a difficult decision you have to make, or this is a truce with yourself, more of a truce with yourself about your ancestry as you're coming, because we don't just go straight into new change. It happens in layers. And so that's what I'm feeling, is like the next layer of you coming into your shamanic ancestry is your truth with yourself. Not choosing to see yourself through the world's eyes. You're now seeing yourself through your own ancestral eyes, your own shamanic perspective. And with that also comes a difficult decision of some kind. And I'm feeling like it has to do with a career. There will come a time possibly that you may have to move away from a a survival mechanism, such as your job, to come into your vocation, which could be your shamanic practice, whatever this is. But it's the beginning of high priestess energy. You know, you've got the high priestess in reverse back here, right here, with the echoes, and you've been restoring this energy. You're coming into high priestess energy, into the feminine aspect, the feminine creative energy of the lover's energy, which is the male and female sexual creative energies that are balanced within every human being. And I'm feeling you're coming more online with your feminine, which is totally shamanic. Shamanic deals with the inner world that understands the outer manifestation. So it's the inner world is the blueprint of the outer world. Okay, and that's what I mean. So you're coming more into an understanding of how the inner world is the blueprint of the outer world. And it's calling you inwards. It's calling you inwards. Maybe this difficult decision will have to do with you really committing to your shamanic heritage, your shamanic practice that is coming more online, more online. What you are seeking is seeking you. So if you were seeking to get more in touch with your shamanic capacity was also seeking you, wants to come online through you, wants to be born and expressed through you, through your life, through your experiences. Okay, and what is ascension, creator? What is ascension? Beautiful. 9 of Pentacles. So yes, whatever this is going to bring you a lot of wealth. Oh, heads up, but there's going to be somebody around you. Okay, there's 2 layers to this to this energy here. Okay, just a minute here. Yes, okay, with this ascension, I feel like this is where it gets real. This is where it gets real. It's one thing to talk about our shamanic capacity, like it's another thing to dream about it. It's another thing to plan about it. But when you're actually unfolding it and people see it, I feel like these are the people that were connected to you back here through, where was it? You are a mystery. The people seeing how you are like a mystery. I feel like these are the people that were seeing you back here are going to be seeing you ascend, that this is true, this is real, this is actually happening. This is not just a farce. It's not a fake. It's not a phase. It's not a thing. It's not some phase you're going through or some season you're going through. You're actually coming into your true destiny, your true calling of who you really are. And I feel like with this is a level, whoever's going to be watching you is going to be very disappointed at your inner wealth. You have an inner wealth that is going to be manifested into an outer wealth. And there's going to be, and the other side of this also too, I feel like you're going to be meeting other shamans also too that are, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? What do you mean? Just want a couple more cards. What do you mean by the Page of Cups, creator? What do you mean? And the Six of Pentacles. was trying to make this to be a half-hour reading. Yeah, right. Yes, it's these people that are behind you. Yes, okay. So the people that are behind you, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure, because there's a level of hostility here. I feel like whoever's seeing you really come into you and ascend and come truly, like, more solidly into your calling is going to be pissed right off. Very disappointed that, like, I'm seeing somebody crossing their arms like, like they're pouting, like they're crossing their arms, like pissed off. Even I'm seeing someone's chin, their chin jutting out, like they're jutting their chin out, like they're mad, like, like they're jutting, like jut your chin out, like bring your chin out forward, like somebody is jutting their chin out in defiance at who you truly are. I feel like someone's watching you. They're pissed off. They are disappointed because you are the true thing. There is hostility. Like they don't feel like you deserve this, even though deserve has nothing to do with this. I'm feeling like somebody wanted to dominate you. They know they can't. They know they can't fuck with you. They know that you can see through them. They also know that you have the language to neutralize where they are. And that makes them feel incredibly, you see them, you can name where they are, you can name their behavior. I feel like they can't even name their fucking behavior, but you can, which is why they are terrified of you. They are insecure of you, totally insecure. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just very insecure, codependent. Whoever this is that is watching you to fulfill this in their own way, they'd be pissing their fucking pants. It's too much responsibility. This is where it gets real. It's too much responsibility. It's too much reality. Whoever this is somebody that is heavily steeped in illusion. Okay, I'm going to end this reading here for time's sake. We're not going to pull a demonic or an angelic today. We're going to leave this right here. But all of this is your willpower. You have strengthened your willpower in coming into your own ancestry, and you have broken out of a cycle. You are a cycle breaker. And that's why I see that people are pissed off, because they can see this is real, this is true. This has been consistent. However many years this has been going on. This isn't going away. Okay? All right, you guys, you have a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep going. Keep honoring your ancestry. Keep honoring your shamanic capacity. It is desperately needed on the planet right now. And absolutely. Job well done, you guys. All right, you guys, you take care, and I'll see you in the next reading. All righty.